Reasonable crash out. Oh my god! What the fuck is... It's our stuffed animal, you... So you tell me the most loving parent we had was the fucking dad? Who was like, hey, at least try to make this shit seem real? These parents suck ass. Like, at least she was finally at a fucking place that cared for her. What the fuck are you asking this 10-year-old for? She utilizes the tools around her to survive. Right? Because she got mad here, right? Obviously, it would go bad. This is not good for her. But nothing's been good for her. Why wouldn't she try this? Woo! That's my girl. Oh, okay, okay. She encouraged him to stand up for himself. She encouraged him to stand up for himself, so he took matters into his own hands. This is a great example. You understand how she got to this point, but there's no excuse. She just tried to whore out her daughter, her teen daughter, to her boyfriend. Reasonable crash out. Yeah, I mean, if this is a good indication of future episodes, I'm back onto this show's worth watching the whole way through. As one of the first people to talk about episode 1 on YouTube, I am very happy that my investment is paying off with Girl Overdose. This is a fan-fucking-tastic show. Now, those are some of my highlights. If you want to catch the full live reaction to any of these episodes, head on over to Patreon. I gotta be honest, I wasn't sure if this would be the type of show that would be fun to cover, whether on YouTube or Patreon, because episode 1, it was a mentally draining episode. It was very creative. It was hard to piece where things were going, but episode 2 had a lot of fun, especially with episode 2, because it very much dives into the parasocial relationships of a fan towards a creator. But episode 3 is where I finally have it all click, and I say, oh. And I think it's going to be the show with my best commentary of the season. Now, I'll always promote my Patreon, but I'm going to extra promote it for this show, because holy hell, this is easily the most interesting conversations I'd be having on anything I'm watching this season. So do consider supporting if you're interested. But we're still going to try this one on YouTube. I personally believe, like with most of these shows, it falls off for YouTube viewership. Maybe I'll make the most outlandish titles in order to keep you guys baited in. But either way, I do want to talk about the past couple episodes, but most importantly, episode 3. Not only because it's the freshest in my mind, but because I seriously think it's the best episode I've seen all season. Now, trauma, addiction. There's so much they're going to explore with this show. With episodes 1 and 2 is definitely more focused on the streamer side, the creator side, and the fandoms and how they latch on almost like leeches and create these parasocial bonds that the creator has no damn idea you're even a thing. Episode 3 is a more self-contained, easy-to-digest story because even if you haven't suffered abuse or childhood trauma, it's easy to empathize with her. Now, it does get to a point where it crosses the line of no return. She literally weaponized her mental illness quite effectively, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give her some credit in the way of, like, she effectively utilized her trauma to be able to exploit other people's trauma to get her, to allow her to be able to manipulate people to kill for her. She wouldn't even have to get her hands dirty. Now, she does kill her mom, but in general, she does weaponize that one otaku-looking guy very, very well. The show's heavy. It's crazy, right? Because you have this kid who... So both her and this other guy were getting bullied. Two different groups of people. The guys basically would strip him down, film him, make him dance around. It was pretty gay, to be honest. Like, I'm sure they thought it was the straightest activity and had no idea their actual... Now, nothing wrong with being gay, of course, but it's just very funny that they would very much clearly be the, no, we're just having fun and we like women. It's like, do you though, boss? And, you know, you point that out to them, they'd probably take a baseball bat to your head. The thing is she was kind of like she had the mean girl bullying. They'd beat you up, make fun of you, all this stuff, and then he had the jocks who sexually harassed him, right? And then what ends up happening is she realizes that she can utilize boys. Yeah, she'll have to let them do things to her that maybe she doesn't like, but if she can have them on her side, then they will protect her from the mean girls. I wasn't sure what he was going to do. I'm like, I don't know, I guess maybe he could suck them off. I mean, they probably are into it, to be honest. And instead, no, he beats the living shit. And then she encourages him to do the same even more by kissing him and manipulating. It's not good. It is weaponized mental illness. That is literally what it is. And the thing I'll always say on this channel is trauma explains action. Trauma never excuses actions. And that sometimes ruffles people's feathers, but those are just people who don't want to take accountability for their shitty actions. No one who has a single heart should look at anything that happened in this episode from the beginning to the end and say, oh, she deserved this. Nope, she deserved nothing. She had a parental life that the best parent she had was like, hey, let's not say this in front of the kid we don't want. And then the other would be like, I don't like her anyway. Okay, let's send her to grandma's house. Oh yeah, grandma's actually kind of nice to us. Oh, we didn't hear about grandpa's death. It just got worse and worse and worse and worse. I'm not surprised she turned out this way. And I don't think any amount of therapy is ever going to fix this. There might be enough bandages that potentially after prison. I mean, I don't think you throw her in prison as it is. You have to do psychiatric help and then prison. I mean, she killed people, right? Like, I mean, you can't just send that onto the streets, right? But she's not potentially beyond irredeemable, but she might be, because the way she knows how to weaponize other people and their weakness because she can relate to their weakness, it's probably not a good idea, and maybe she does need that padded room for a good while. The way she exploited this man, who was obviously being bullied, it's one thing, right, to be like, these moments, right? She kills her mom after years of abuse and trauma. He kills a bully who's been assaulting and harassing him forever. Yes, there's punishments and therapy, but it's not beyond irredeemable. These are moments that have justifications of how things got to a point, and it's not impossible to heal their minds. Where it becomes the point of no return is when someone like her manipulates him into doing even more, to the point he probably got killed, and she has become a psycho. It's a very freaky show, and I think for the first couple of episodes, they kind of highlighted the idea of parasocial relationships, right? You know, fans who get so obsessed. At the end of the second episode, there's this, like, morbidly obese character who gets upset that you're not responding to emails or not paying enough attention to me. And it's like, we have no damn connection to you. This unhealthy obsessions fans end up having. Like, there have been people who have been upset that I didn't heart their comments. Like, dead ass, like, I'm never gonna watch your stuff again. I feel so offended. Bro, do you know how many fucking comments I get on a day-to-day basis? Like, this obsession some people have that they're building a genuine relationship with a streamer or a creator. I can count on one hand the number of people I can dead-ass say, you know what? They're closer to friends than just a commenter. But it's not a lot, because at the end of the day, it's a business transaction with creator and commenter, right? You can appreciate, you can enjoy their content. But the reason why, when insert fave celebrity comes out as a horrible person, I'm not like, oh my god, my hero. It's like, no, it's like, oh man, that sucks. What a shitty person. But like, you know, it's not my fucking brother, right? It's not my mother. It's a person. And I just accept that, unfortunately, a lot of people on this earth are shit. Disappointment's fine, but obsession of like, I feel betrayed is really unhealthy. But then on episode 3 side, you also get this other side of the mental illness, and it's so fascinating. It's so engaging. And I think this is in the running for the most depth of the season. I think episode 1, and I said it, could be viewed as a standalone OVA, and it would have worked. Episode 2, I did like better than episode 1, but I still was unsure of where we were exactly going. Like, I understood the kind of parasocial drama that it was exploring, but I wasn't sure if that was going to be good enough long term. If we can also have episodes like these, man, in a way, I kind of think this should have been episode 1, and you could have still had episode 1 and 2 be exactly as they are, just moved to episode 2 and 3, and I think your average fan would have liked it more. But you can let me know your thoughts down below. That's just some of my analysis of this episode. You want to catch the full on, head on over to Patreon. Like, seriously, this is my favorite show I'm covering on Patreon right now. It is really good commentary. Not to hype myself up. But let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like, share your support, and yes, of course, Patreon. Other exclusives, like I love to give those video shoutouts to my patrons because they're why I get to attempt these videos on YouTube at all. All right, so today we got Zeno, Tony, Yuki Ali, Zythrin, Rogue Knight, Pranay Sumshwar, and we also have Darian Smith. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.